Welcome to the AIP channel where anything is possible, where we'll talk about anything and everything your hearts desire. As always, please subscribe and like. We got another great show for you tonight. Something that you might not, maybe never heard of. It's that's the ones I like bringing to the table. And like as always, I've said before, if I haven't heard about it, then I imagine others hadn't heard about it, and it's just like it is wild. It's a wild story, taking it back to World War II times, and it something that actually probably saved a lot of lives and maybe cost a lot of lives at the same time in a two-folded look. But we'll go into it. I don't want to. I want you to kick broad in and enjoy the story. Don't just let me put everything out in the beginning. Operation Mincemeat was a British deceptive plan during World War II designed to mislead the Axis powers about the intended Allied invasion of Sicily, codenamed Operation Husky. The operation was crucial in making the German High Command believe that the Allies would invade Greece and Sardinia instead of Sicily, thereby diverting German reinforcements. The plan, conceived by Ewan Montag and Charles Tromley, Operation Mincemeat involved using of a corpse to convey false intelligence. And here's how it went. Yes, you heard me say that right. They're going to use a dead body to pass fake information. So, yeah, I got your attention now. First off, they had to acquire a body. The body of Glendower Michael, a homeless man who died from eating rat poison, was transformed in Major William Martin of the Royal Marines. To create the backstory, the corpse was given an identity complete with personal items like love letters, a photo of a non-existent fiancée, actually a photo of a clerk named Jean Leslie, and everyday items to add authenticity. The crucial element was a set of fabricated documents suggesting an invasion of Greece. It was placed in a briefcase chained to Major Martin's wrists. In April 1943, the submarine HMS Seraph released the body off the coast of Spain, chosen for its known Axis sympathies. As planned, the body was discovered by a Spanish fisherman, and despite British vain urgency to recover the documents, they were examined by German intelligence. And they actually had a full military funeral for the man on top of that. So the homeless man got to have a full funeral. Though the backstory on that is everything took time, and it took a while for him to get everything together, and they had to put the body on ice, and like the coroner had like said, y'all got 3 months, that's it, because was already decomposing, maybe causes of the rat poison or whatever. So they were running around they even tried to take pictures of the man to fake the ID, because all military had IDs, so they had to use somebody else's face. Yeah, and and this poor corpse was out of the ground for 3 months, and it was actually getting to the point where it was pretty rank. By the time it was actually recovered on the seashore by the fishermen, it's just horrendous thinking about that. The whole all the way through it. Though officially neutral, Spain allowed the Germans to inspect the documents, which of course then were passed to Berlin. They had to get it to Hitler. Hitler had to see all that kind of stuff. Part of the war, for sure. And believe it or not, Hitler took the bait and actually believed it. Troops were diverted to Greece, Sardinia, and then the Balkans, significantly weakening the defense in Sicily. And then here comes the Allies. And when the Allies invaded Sicily in July of 43, they encountered less resistance than expected, leading to a quicker victory. Of course, they didn't lose as many ships. They didn't lose as many men. It was significantly lower and lower that happened. It was tremendous, the loss of life. But we're going to get to it. There's consequences of everything, but it was a great, of course, cultural impact and representation. The operation inspired several books, most nobly by Ben McIntyre, and films including The Man Who Never Was and Operation Mincemeat. This brought the audacious plan to a broader audience, featuring actors like Colin Firth and Matthew McFadden. Theatrical adaptation, there's even a stage musical highlighting the operation blend of tragedy and comedy, reflecting the absurdity and gravity of wartime deception. Operation Mincemeat has been celebrated for its ingenuity and effectiveness. It was deemed a strategic success. It significantly contributed to the success of Operation Husky, potentially saving thousands of Allied lives, and also stands as one of the most successful deception operations in military history, illustrating how intelligence and counterintelligence can decisively influence warfare. Of course, the story continues to captivate, showcasing human creativity under the pressure of war, as often cited in discussions about military deception. It says at the end, Operation Mincemeat not only turned the tide in the favor of the Allies in the Mediterranean, but also left an indelible mark on the art of military deception. Its success laid its meticulous attention to detail, the understanding of enemy psychology, and the exportation of neutral countries. Intelligence leakages. This operation reminds us that sometimes the most unlikely plans can lead to extraordinary outcomes in a theater of war. Now, on that note, it was a great, great success. But on another note, truly, where we were going to talk about a bunch of them, it truly brought on the CIA and all the terrible stuff they have done over the years. Just a list of stuff right. You got you had Operation JM Wave, was a major covert operation intelligence gathering initiative by the CIA during the 1960s. Their aim was primarily against Fidel Castro's regime in Cuba. You have Operation Ajax, where we actually helped. You had Operation Ajax, where we turned around and influenced Iran and regime changed over there. You had the Phoenix program, where they were in Vietnam. They were between 67 and 72. They were torturing people and just all kinds of horrendous shit to gather intelligence and get what they wanted. in a war that we never should have went to. But that's another story right there too. You had Operation Chaos, was a clandestine CIA operation initiated under Lyndon B. Johnson and expanded during Nixon's administration, aimed at uncovering foreign influence on domestic protest movements, particularly those against the Vietnam War and within racial and civil rights groups. You had Operation Condor from between the 70s and the 80s. That's where they were just down in South America running roughshod over every damn thing. Um, Over 60,000 people disappeared or killed. And of course, the U.S. been implicated on all of it, but no proof. Uh, you got Operation Gladio, was officially a NATO endorsed stay behind operation, which initiated as a clandestine resistance plan in case of a Soviet invasion of Western Europe. However, its legacy is mirrored in controversies due to its involvement in domestic politics, terrorism, and its connection with various right wing groups, the CIA, and even organized crime. Yeah, they actually was using the mob and drugs and the mob and CIA all together. Yeah, it's a lot. It's an absolute lot. That's just a. Uh, you also have Operation PB Success, which was a CIA covert operation in Guatemala. There's so much stuff's been declassified, and you start looking and digging. It's like, man, it's crazy. Just to know the reaches of how many people has been just hurt over the years. It's sad to even think about. Making people, torturing people from confessions that they probably never had no part of, but of course, they eventually their body gives up and they're going to say confess to anything, after so long. It's it's crazy. So that's what I was talking about. The other side of Operation Mincemeat. Um, it did save many lives off the bat, but in the end, they actually it it caused the potential deaths and you know of entire nations and stuff about it. They joke about it in movies all the time, and I think the movies that kind of desensitize us. You see about a movie and about like uh, even like Lethal Weapon. They were talking about the Phoenix Project in there, and how bad them guys were and stuff like that. You watch old Steven Seagal movies and stuff like that. The storylines. You hear and you're like, ah, it's on a movie, so it can't be true. But they took liberties with a lot of the stuff that's actually true and put it on a movie, so we can actually see some of what happened. Of course, what happened was 10 times worse. I'm sure we can even absolutely imagine. Like I said, them poor people. It's insane. And so I want to. Hopefully, y'all are interested in these. Like I said, there's a bunch of operations I never heard of. Operation Condor, I had, of course, the the Phoenix program. I've heard of mainly because of movies, but I never heard of you know the details of it. So – something to listen to and listen to. keep coming back and checking out. I'm gonna swing some of these in here. Some of these, so you might have them on the shorts, you might have them on the full episodes. So I'm trying to keep up with both because we're going to be swinging some of the stuff on both of them. It's going to be some good content, I think. Some good stories uh, and good, like, just being good educational content. The bad part is, like, a lot of bad stuff happened in these operations and stuff like that. So we're going to touch we're not touch the surface on it, and it's kind of, and as always, it makes me, I'm hoping me doing that will make people, go and start asking questions, because that's what happens with me. I watch something else on something, and then I'll go, and then down the rabbit hole I go. I've talked about this before. I'm gonna sit there and start digging and digging and digging, and then and start doing my own research. Um, I do try to, like, I like I do, like, on Twitter, you got Grok. You can get you, like, say, hey, make me a quick synopsis of this right here, so I can kind of, and then I'll put it on my notepad and of what it said, so I can, and then I can go to different articles and different things I find, and pull stuff out and put that in there. So I can make it grow. It's kind of a little inside look, I guess, in my mind on what I try to do. So, this has been a fun journey, and it's steady growing. I'm steadily trying to get a little better. I'm steadily trying to change the room up a little bit, see if people notice it. Um, um, Still doing the lives on Wednesday. Hopefully, we can keep them going too, and it's going to be having fun. It's a it's a great going to be a great time of learning. So, what do you think? Let me backtrack on my rambling, because y'all know I'll ramble the rest of the damn night if y'all let me. Um, so, what do y'all think of? Got so much stuff up here. Get my little notes back up. Operation Mincemeat. What do y'all think of that? Y'all have you heard, again, as always? I try to ask this question, a lot of stuff. Have you heard of this? Did you know it happened, that they used for some homeless man's body? Um, Poor dude, lived on the streets, and what I had heard on other reports said, he had eaten some bread probably that had rat poison in it. It wasn't like he committed suicide or nothing like that. Uh, but it was, I think they think he actually ate some bread or something that had some rat poison. I guess somebody was trying to kill some rats in a warehouse, and an old dude found it, and that's what kicked his bucket. But his body, his legacy is insane. Of, you know he got to be all dressed up as a soldier and got dumped in the ocean to be found, and he got a military burial. Um, it's one of them things, it's like, uh, you wonder if that guy, knew all that happened, like if his spirit knew all that crazy stuff happened to his body, or and what he thought of it. If uh, curiosities, it just, uh, my mind goes sideways all the time. So it makes you wonder, like if he knew, like, his body was all that stuff was happening to it, and, like, I'm thinking, what are you doing? Leave my body alone, bury it, burn it, something. Come on now. But yeah, they said it got rough there, to the point when they were doing autopsy um, in Spain. They actually, I mean, not in Spain, in Italy, when they were going in to do the autopsy, there they just started, and it was just the smell was so terrible that they just gave up and said forget it. Which if they had gone through the whole autopsy, they would have found out. Probably would have found out that he died from rat poison, and the whole charade have been off then. So maybe it's a good thing that uh, he was so far gone and was smelling like he was. So maybe it was a good thing. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have on that one right there. I said, just asking questions. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all listening. If you made it all the way to the end here, appreciate y'all. Please check out on all the we go live on Wednesdays. Right now we have Twitch, we have YouTube, Twitter, and Rumble. We're going live on every Wednesday at 8:30 Central. Give or take a minute or two, and then we got then we have what else I'll say? Every Monday at 6, we have a short pop out that is just kind of random information that I found that I thought was kind of cool, but it's like a lot of those is where you don't have like it's not a whole lot of meat to it, so you can't build a whole episode, a full 24-minute episode out of it. And so it's kind of like, well, it's interesting to me, but so I still wanted to get the information out. So I put it a little short, give you a little glimpse of it. So maybe it gives you an idea to go look it up. So that's the point of the shorts. And then if you follow the channels, you're going to see random stuff pop up here and there all over the place. So hey, you just pay attention. I'll pop random videos up. I'll pop up shorts from the Talking with Conspiracy that we have the live on Wednesdays. So we're steadily trying to push out content. We're steadily trying to do the best we can and get some great information out there to you. So hopefully y'all enjoy this, and hopefully y'all like and share. Also, check out the Troubled Minds Radio Network, the KUAP digital broadcasting. I'm syndicated on there with a bunch of other great shows. With Troubled Minds show, of course, and Salcedo Paranormal, and many others. There's I need to go on there and get a list of all the shows, and so I can have them and where fresh on my mind, so I can shout out everybody's on there. So I appreciate you again. I appreciate y'all listening, and as always, y'all just keep on keeping on, and peace and chicken grease. Y'all be good.